Today we will be working on 7-1, dividing decimals by 10, 100, or 1000. So, you have already found patterns when you multiply decimals by multiples of 10 or 100, and today you're going to find patterns when dividing decimals by 10, 100, and 1000. So in everyday life, when might you need to use division with decimals? In everyday life? Well, maybe you and your friends, here's you, and your friends go to a restaurant, and you all get some dinner, and you get the bill, and the bill is for $801. That's an expensive meal, but you want to split it between 3 of your friends. You can't just cut the bill in half. You have to divide. So we would have to be dividing 801 divided into 3 friends. But today we're just working with 10, 100, or 1000 when dividing. So remember that when we multiply decimals by 10, 100, or 1000, we moved the decimal place to the right. So my example down here is 0.20 times 10. So we just took that decimal spot and we moved it to the right one time because there was 1 0 over here. And that gave us the answer of 2.0 or just 2. Well, when we divide, it's exactly the same thing, except we are moving the decimal to the left. Do you know that song? To the left, to the left. Well, that's what we do when we divide decimals. Move it to the left, not the right. So, this is what I would like you to write down in your spirals. Here is my piece of, we'll say this is my piece of wood, and I want to cut it into 10 pieces because I'm going to build Mia a crib. And this piece of wood is 279.4 centimeters long. And like I told you, I want to divide it into 10 pieces. Those are not the 10 prettiest pieces, but that's what I want to divide it into. So what my problem would look like would be 279.4 centimeters divided into 10. And remember what I said, what the rule is when dividing by 10, 100, or 1000. We move the decimal spot to the left. However many zeros we have is how many times we move the decimal point. So in this case, we just have to move the decimal point 1 spot. So my new answer would be 27.94 centimeters. So that means each one of these pieces of wood for Mia's crib would be 27.94 centimeters. Now I want to challenge you. What if I can't draw this on here, but what if I want to take the 279.4 centimeters and divide it into 100? How many spots to the left would I move my decimal point? You're right. I would move it 2 times since there are 2 zeros over here. So what would your new answer be? 2.794 centimeters. So the wood slices that I'm making for Mia's bed would even get smaller. So we would say this one was a little bit bigger, then it would be even smaller. All right, now what if I wanted to do 279.4 centimeters divided by 1,000? How many spots to the left would I move my decimal? 3, because I have 3 zeros. So I'd go 1, 2, 3. So my new answer would be what? My new answer would be 0.2794 centimeters long. Very good. All right, so you do not need to write this top half. I just want to show you. I do want you to write where this star is. So I would like you to write this down. That when we're dividing decimals by 10, 100, or 1000, that the decimal point moves 1 place to the left for every 0 in the power of 10. So that's just saying however many zeros we have over here in the power of 10 is how many decimal points we move to the left. So what would be my 3 answers be? And these are the 3 answers you should have got, all with the same digits, just different place values because the decimal moved to the left. Okay, so these 3 problems I would like you to try on your own. Do 1, 2, and 3, and then put your answers into the quiz questions, please.